All right, well, it's time to clean, and I got somebody with me. Right, Willie?
Right.
I had another question about this back room. And I'm going to show you what got done in here. Basically, we got that whole wall redone where the washers are. We painted all up there. We put the whole new ceiling in. It's all metal. It's charcoal gray. We really like it. Then we got this wall. We're still waiting for our dryers to come in. There'll be 4 55-pound stacked dry, 4 55-pound single pocket dryers on this wall. And all be stainless steel, and then that'll be done. That door needs to be painted. The folding tables, we're going to move this folding table because there's just not enough room in the center. You need help? You can talk. You can talk.
I don't even know how to do my keys. It's been so long.
Here you go. So anyway, I'm going to fix some machines. Willie's going to help me by taking the lint out of these machines, or the fluff, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to get started here in a minute. Well, first repair is everybody's favorite, the Horizon. We have the EDL air, which is its natural environment of airs. It's probably its most common air, besides if you have a pump drain and that gets plugged. But yeah, we're going to fix this real quick. I've got another one on the end. I think the drain's clogged. I'll show that. Real simple. I'm not going to show you every step of this. Got people drying clothes here while we're at it. So we're going to get these. Willie's going to finish cleaning. I got one top loader, and I got 2 hard mounts that are air drain issues also. Let's get started. People ask why I don't use an impact. These screws will start to rust after a while, and if you use an impact, you will tear up the anchor inside here. The dealer used to use an impact all the time, and one day they came to work on machines for me somewhere, and I said, hey, what happened to your impact? They go, we were tearing up machines, because once they tear them up, they're liable. There's water on the floor too from something. Amazing how corrosive soap is. Yeah, I wouldn't sweep in front of those dryers either. I'd wait because all that lint, yeah. Because there's a ton in there, don't worry. What's that?
That's easy.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh. For wash it. Washer number 2. Now this one has water in it, which tells me the drain's probably clogged. Yeah, what I'd do is I'd just take off all the doors at one time and then clean them all, and then put all the doors back. And literally just sweep it out onto the floor like all that. Willie's having fun over here.
I can take this out of my hand.
Man, I gotta change this camera. Yeah, look at that, Willie. I think it had a little lint in it. Don't you feel better doing something like that, Willie?
Yeah, this one needed. This one needed it bad. I really can breathe now.
Oh man, never ends. All right, let's go back to this while he's doing that. A lot of times these door panels will get kicked in because your customers will get pissed because they hate Horizon washers and they'll be all dented in. So if you see those dents, it's because people got mad. Oh, it's gonna leak water everywhere. Now we're gonna have to clean this place up majorly now. I'd take it the other direction. Well, never mind, Willie. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, I'll go back this way.
Okay. That's Willie getting in the way. Let's see, what do we got? Yeah, has water. And a stink. Let's go to the next machine. I'm going to talk about a really cool trick with top loaders. When people ask me about cost of machines, the top loader costs $1,000. Back when I started 10 years ago, they were about $975, $950. I've explained this before, dealers take these top loaders, and you look at my top loaders, they look pretty good. I mean, they're pretty clean. I mean, they need to be buffed out on the front. They've been kicked, sneaker marks, that kind of thing. What I do is I will run these for 5, 6 years. Most of these are pretty brand new. And I will turn around and I will sell them on Facebook to other laundromat owners or apartment buildings for anywhere from the mid 300s to $600 a piece. Now I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, they're working. Why would you sell them? I don't like to do transmissions. So what I do is I sell them about 5 years in, 4 or 5 years in, when they still look nice and pretty. Like this one here. You know, I only paid, I think, $375 for this brand new because it was one of these factory deals. I'll turn around, this needs a belt, I'll fix this, and it's got 2 more years and it's gonna be at that life expectancy. I will sell these. I will sell, there's 11 here. I know, I'm not like Hot Dog with Dan, I don't have 24 of them, but I got 11. I will sell these and I will get, on average, probably $500 a piece. So I get $5,500 for these. Brand new, I said they're $1,000. So I will pay $11,000 for brand new ones. That difference is what they actually cost me, because these have been paid for years. So instead of me buying $300 and I think it's $375 or so for a transmission, $200 something bucks for a motor, the belt's 20 some bucks. Instead of me having to mess with those transmissions or computers even, or the motors, I'm gonna get rid of these within 5 years of getting them. Those new ones I get, I'll do the same thing. I will, as long as they sell, as long as the old ones sell, I will buy new ones and do that. I don't get rid of them before I realize it's gonna work. So I don't go out and buy brand new machines, top loaders. What I will do is I'll sell half these and I'll get half of them ordered right away. And then I will get the other half. Then I'll get the other half on Facebook, get them sold or get them listed locally. And then I'll get the other half ordered. These are just not worth it to repair. And it's easier for me to have that low cost point. So if I can get, say I can get $6 grand for 10 of them, and I got 11 grand, that's $5,000. $5,000, 5 grand divided by 11 gets you somewhere in that $400 price range. So that means I'm only paying every 5 years, 400 some bucks, and these things pay for themselves. So yeah, they use water, but I'm not paying a whole lot. When I started out, these were in good shape. They came with the place. I didn't really pay for them then. That's what I do with top loaders. I do not mess with them a whole lot. The only time you'll have an issue is if somebody messes this up when they break in. Someone else may not want to buy it. You might have to fix it. But I will get rid of these while they look good, and I will get new ones. It's just a little trick. You got to think about that when you're buying equipment for your store. You can't just use stuff forever. I mean, some of it's great. I've got some old machines back there in that corner. They're 97s, they work, but they have no value. And one of the tricks you can do as you get farther along in your laundromat is once you pay for stuff with cash, once you're able to not have a loan, you can literally buy newer equipment every 4 or 5 years and have that other equipment pay for 3/4 of it or 2/3 of it or 1/3 of it. And what that does is that helps you keep the value of your business up, because when you go to sell your laundromat, it's only worth what the machines are worth. Because at the end of the day, if you have just the laundromat, just the machines, and they're junk, you don't have anything to sell somebody. So you are in that boat that's a little different than me, because like me, I own this building. So that adds value to it. I could sell the laundromat as a business as long as I have nice machines and a good business going, and I can sell the business and rent the laundromat back off of them. So you could have 2 different owners there. But that's one trick I got for changing these out is every about 4 or 5 years, I 86 them. And right now it's time to start getting rid of these. I did it a couple years ago. I did about 5 years ago. And I had, you notice there's some coin slides here. Those are some of the, I wouldn't say they're original, but my dealer had some left over before they all switched to coin mechs. They were new at the time, so I just got them. I got a hell of a deal on them. They had never been used, so. But I will start switching these out. I'll do it to the other one too. Only 2 of my 3 stores has top loaders, by the way, because one of my stores is in an area where people will not take care of them. So, Willie's getting this dryer stuff cleaned out. He's slamming the door. That's one thing, when you open up those doors, you got to make sure you shut them, right, Willie?
Yeah.
Because if you don't, they won't vent right. You okay?
Yeah, just got dust in my nose.
All right. All right, well, let's put some machines back together and see what else we can fix. Yeah, hopefully this works and that doesn't fall off. Basically, we got to get the skid steer loaded up, take it to the farm, finish our little road project. It's been hiding out in here all winter. We need to clean it up. It's pretty bad. Yet. Oh, we're trying. Well, that wasn't bad. Took Willie home already, in case you were wondering. We got all the dryers cleaned out. 2 of the washers, there's a drain problem, so I have to have Roto-Rooter come over and fish out some lint. I could get a little bit of it, but I couldn't get all of it. And the light's gonna come back on here. I've got my plows hanging out in here. Need to organize this garage. This is the one that we're gonna do the storage units. Haven't got that done yet. That's next after I finish the roof and the front facade of this laundromat. I'm gonna go ahead and get this done so I can get it rented quick. All right, well, I'm gonna chain this thing down and get out of here. Well, we got the truck and got the skid steer here. I'm gonna unload it. It rained a couple days ago. I know you can't tell, but the ground's actually somewhat dry up here, but it's not too dry down below. It flooded the bottom ground. I'll try to get a picture of it here before I leave the farm. My plan is, me and Willie had to go to one of the laundromats. So on the way of dropping him off, I took the trailer with me because I wanted to pick up my skid steer, which was in that garage at the other laundromat. No sense in going back and forth twice. It makes no sense. So, and then I didn't want to just take this home and park it there. I want to bring it out here, get it unloaded. All the other equipment's here because my plan is in about 2 days, Thursday and Friday of this week, I'm going to try to get the rest of this rock moved. This 3 to 4 inch rock. Then I got the 2-inch rock over there. And I want to get this entrance done right here as you come in. And I want to get that hill done that you saw me in the other video doing. The reason I'm shooting this really weird video is people have asked me, what's your typical day like? Well, this morning I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, went to laundromats, changed out, checked them, everything. Went to my regular full-time job from 7 to 3:30. 3:30, that's when I got off. I went up and picked Willie up, and then we started working on that laundromat. That's kind of a typical day for the most part. Not every day do I need to check laundromats, just sometimes. But normally I have it worked out pretty well. That's why I talk about partnering with family. When you own stuff like a laundromat, it can go a long way to helping both of you be very successful. And that's why I suggest that all the time with laundromats, you know. And I know a lot of you'll say, well, I can't partner with my family. Yeah, but there's somebody you probably could. And if there isn't, well, then it's going to be a lot of work on you. I'm just letting you know, just being honest. But I'm going to go ahead and get this cat unloaded. And then I'm going to take off and go home. Time to eat and rest up for tomorrow. So these wireless mics. I'm just going to back up. Hopefully you don't fall off the dump bed while we're doing this. My camera has a stand and it's not the best. There we go. See, you moved. I saw that. Now my camera's laying down on the job again. It's not the best stand. I think that's the hardest thing about YouTube, trying to get these angle shots and that for you. I swear I spend more time with these cameras and mess around with it than I actually do doing work.